Hey there everyone, welcome to FJX 2000 Productions and another episode of Let's FJ. In today's episode, I will be explaining everything you'd want to know about Special Edition FJ Cruisers. I hope this video will help clear up any questions you have about these unique and rare FJs, since there tends to be some confusion out there as to what a Special Edition FJ Cruiser actually is, or what makes them so special. Before I get into the special editions, however, I just wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel and helping me reach all the goals I have set thus far for each of my latest informational FJ Cruiser videos. I love being able to share what I know with all of you, especially if it helps you out. So if you want to continue to see more content like this, consider subscribing and helping me reach my new goal of 5,000 subscribers on the channel. I know it is a lofty goal, but judging by the number of folks who watch my videos, I know we can make it happen. So please like and subscribe if you like today's content, and let's get started. One thing to know about me is I love Special Edition FJ Cruisers. For folks who have seen some of my earlier channel videos, you probably know that I used to own a 2007 TRD Special Edition FJ Cruiser. When I originally bought it, I knew it was a unique vehicle and wanted to do research about it so I could know everything there was to know about it. My research led me all over the FJCruiserForums, the internet in general, and yes, even to Wikipedia. But what I found was information that was inconsistent or unclear, and I decided I could make it right. I started with rewriting the entire variants section of Wikipedia with credible, correct information. I then created an even more detailed thread on this topic on the FJCruiserForums, which I will leave a link for in the description below. But now, I want to present this information to you all here in this video. After owning two Special Edition FJs, doing years of research, digging deep to find the answers to people's questions, and compiling that information for everyone to have, I can honestly say that I'm pretty much an FJ Cruiser Special Edition expert. So you've come to the right place. But keep in mind, this video really only pertains to the North American FJ market, and doesn't include special editions from the UAE, Japan, or other markets. But comment below if you want a part 2 video with more special editions from around the world. Some important acronyms to know about before we get started include the following. TRD stands for Toyota Racing Development, which is Toyota's racing division that makes specialty vehicles for different races around the globe, as well as designing high-end parts and products for Toyota vehicles. TRD SE is the abbreviation for TRD Special Edition, which we will discuss in just a minute. TT is used as the shorthand way of saying trail teams, which we will again be discussing shortly. TTSE is the abbreviation for Trail Teams Special Edition. NSSE is the abbreviation for Not So Special Edition. And TTUE is the abbreviation for Trail Teams Ultimate Edition, all of which we will be covering in today's video. If we rewind time back to when the FJ Cruiser was first being released, Toyota wanted to release a special package for their new off-roader that could carry on the TRD legacy and specifically handle any challenge thrown at it, such as the Baja 1000. Toyota Racing Development had experienced pro off-roaders and engineering experts like Rod and Ryan Millen, Bruce Hunt, and Joe Bacall work on piecing together and testing what would become the TRD Special Edition FJ Cruiser. From the specific 46mm off-road tuned TRD Bilstein shocks to the BF Goodrich all-terrain tires used on 16-inch wheels, this FJ was designed to handle unrelenting conditions like the Baja 1000 while providing excellent suspension performance both on and off the trail. The TRD Special Edition FJ Cruiser was released for the 2007 model year and had all the standard bells and whistles offered by Toyota, from the multi-informational display on the dashboard to the AC outlet plug in the rear cargo area. Pretty much everything included on the FJ's Upgrade Package 1 or 2. But as a way of making the TRD SE stand out from the crowd of traditional white-roofed FJs, Toyota made this first special edition with a monochromatic color scheme, meaning it had both a body and roof blacked out from the factory in the black diamond pearl paint color. Standard on all TRD special editions was the 6-spoke, 16-inch by 7.5-inch TRD aluminum alloy wheels in a gunmetal gray finish, unique to only this model. Having the smaller wheel than the standard 17-inch alloy wheel used on normal FJs provided the tires with extra sidewall for better off-road performance and shock absorption. The tires included on this model are the BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO in a 265/75 R16 size. The suspension, as mentioned earlier, was specifically tuned for off-road driving and was a TRD Bilstein 46mm shock, perfect for Baja-style driving and handling the FJ's body roll and balance. This model was also standard with the factory rock rails, towing package, and for manual transmission models, the TRD Quick Shifter. Other features found on the TRD Special Edition include the TRD Catback exhaust system, premium 9-speaker sound system, 5-piece TRD labeled all-weather floor mats, and rear locking differential and A-track system to complement the vehicle's low four-wheel drive prowess. One unique thing that came about with the TRD Special Edition was the synchronization of the rear differential locker and active traction control, or A-track. Before the TRD SE was released, the earliest FJs had the issue of the rear locking differential overriding the A-track, so you could only use one or the other, unless you did a clever wiring hack. But after the TRD's release in November of 2006, all FJs were outfitted with this synchronization, allowing for the rear diff to be locked while the A-track would work on the front axle. Another item that added to the uniqueness of the TRD Special Edition was the TRD Special Edition badges, located above the FJ Cruiser badge on the rear door and also on the passenger side dashboard. This item is one of the rarest parts to find on the market, along with the gunmetal gray TRD wheels, so keep your eyes peeled for those. These FJs were also fitted with billet aluminum FJ door sill enhancements, rather than the standard black plastic, to protect the bottom of the door sill's paint. Some TRD FJs came with optional features, like the TRD cold air intake, front aluminum skid plate, front bumper auxiliary lights, brush guard, and the roof air dam with lights. All in all, Toyota only produced 3,200 TRD Special Edition FJ Cruisers, making them more exclusive of an FJ package and starting a legacy of Special Edition FJ Cruisers for years to come. In 2008, as a way of showing the world exactly what the FJ Cruiser was made for, and to give a nod to Toyota's trail teams across the USA, Toyota created the FJ Cruiser Trail Team Special Edition. This new Special Edition was created and renamed to reinforce that this was a vehicle designed for the trails, for tackling the most challenging off-road situations, and for those looking to get the most out of their rig from the factory. For this model year, the Trail Team Special Edition came in the FJ's Iceberg, or white, paint scheme for its roof and body, but to again set itself apart from just any other all-white FJ Cruiser on the market, this model came with black trim all around from the factory, including the grille bezel, bumper caps and wings, front and rear valances, mirrors, and door handles. The wheels and tires on the 2008 TTSE are the same size as found on the TRD SE. However, the wheels came in a black painted finish rather than gunmetal gray. The suspension was also similar, but tuned slightly differently, or as worded by Toyota, trail tuned, so most refer to these as TT Bilsteins, TT meaning in this case either trail tuned or trail teams, which are blue and silver in color as opposed to the off-road tuned TRD Bilsteins on the TRD SE, which are red and blue in color. The 2008 Trail Teams was released with the TRD exhaust system, Cyclone air cleaner, rear differential lock, A-track, and other features. But this Trail Teams had a few standard features not included in other model years of TT packages. These included the silver aluminum shift knobs, front bumper mounted auxiliary driving lights, 5-piece all-weather floor mats with the Trail Teams logo on them, and an aluminum rear skid plate. Just as a side note, finding any FJ with the factory rear skid plate is kind of a rarity, as their popularity never really caught on as much as the factory front skid plate. These TTSEs were also all released with Iceberg color-matched interior door trim pieces and a color-matched instrument panel, which is something that may have gone unnoticed by some with the TRD Special Edition, with its color-matched trim simply being black, like the exterior of the TRD SE. All of the 2008 Trail Team Special Edition models were manufactured between January 2008 and April 2008, with only 3,200 being made, just like the TRD Special Edition, making it a rarity, yet the most common of the Trail Team's Special Editions. As far as the 2009 Trail Team Special Edition goes, there actually never was a Special Edition produced for the 2009 model year. What initially was supposed to be the 2009 TT later became the 2010 TT. It is sort of a mystery as to why this was the case, since the 2009 FJ Cruiser brochure from Toyota even showed the 2009 Trail Teams, but for unknown or unconfirmed reasons, Toyota put a hold on things, so we don't officially have a 2009 Trail Teams Special Edition. However, it is worthy to note that for 2009 and some other model years, Toyota released the TRD package for two-wheel drive FJ Cruisers. This was a way for two-wheel drive FJs to get a bit more of an edge off-road, but the features weren't nearly as extensive as the true special editions. These 2009 FJ Cruisers with the TRD package were iceberg in color and had standard silver trim. However, they also included TRD 16-inch alloy wheels in the silver finish and with 265/75 R16 BF Goodrich all-terrains. These also had a red TRD sticker which was placed above the rear fenders, and they came with high-speed tuned TRD Bilstein shock absorbers. By later model years, this package wasn't exclusive to two-wheel drive FJs, and it may have been offered for other colors too, but details are a little hazy. Overall, there aren't many TRD package FJs in existence, so certain details about them are elusive. In 2010, a new special edition was released in the monochromatic Sandstorm color. This special edition, like the one before it, was outfitted with the Trail Team's black trim all around, TRD wheels, 265/75 R16 BFG all-terrain tires, rock rails, and other standard features. One unique thing about the 2010 TTSE is it came with a black hood decal from the factory, its purpose being that it knocked down the glare of the sun that might have made driving more difficult. However, it also added a new dimension to the cosmetic look of the vehicle, making it more appealing and accenting the black body trim. The TRD wheels used on this TT were of a newer design. Rather than what had been used before, Toyota used the TRD beadlock style alloy wheels with a black finish. Note that these are not actual beadlock wheels, they were just designed to look that way. The Trail Team Special Edition badges were included and located in the same locations as the badges on previous special editions. For the first time with a special edition, the 2010 debuted with not only the exterior color-keyed trim pieces on the interior of the vehicle's doors and instrument panel, but also sandstorm-colored fabric seat inserts, which further added to the exclusiveness and appeal of the Trail Team's package. Some of the standard but convenient options included on the 2010 TTSE include the Cyclone pre-air filter, auto-dimming inside mirror with an integrated backup camera monitor, all-weather floor and cargo mats, and other convenience features. This Trail Team's model is actually the most rare of the bunch, with Toyota only producing 1,500 units. It is debated as to whether or not there was a first and second production run of this model, with 1,500 in the first run and 1,300 in the second run, totaling to 2,800 units, but this hasn't ever been confirmed, so we'll just stick with 1,500. In 2011, Toyota released the Trail Team Special Edition in their Army Green color. Like those before it, the 2011 TTSE had black trim pieces and a monochromatic paint scheme. Again, Toyota used colored fabric inserts for the seats to complement the Army Green exterior color, as well as color-matched door inserts and instrument panel. Rock rails, TT Bilsteins, TRD 16-inch alloy wheels, and BFG all-terrains were again found on this model year. Toyota included the same TRD wheels in a black finish used on the 2008 TTSE, rather than continue with the beadlock style wheels for this year. This model included the rear diff locker, A-track, multi-informational dash display, leather-trimmed steering wheel, and other features commonly put into other TTs. But in 2011, Toyota introduced the new JBL sound system for FJs, and the Trail Teams got the full treatment, which featured an AM/FM 6CD MP3 WMA player and a whopping 11 speakers in 7 locations. Only 2,500 units of the 2011 Trail Team Special Editions were made, setting the standard amount of units produced for all Trail Teams to come in following years. It would be unfair to write this and not include the ultra-rare Trail Teams Not So Special Edition. In 2011, some of the first Trail Teams FJ Cruisers that left Japan were incomplete. these models only had some of the Trail Team's Special Edition features, but not everything to be a true Special Edition. Because these incomplete TTs made it to the US, Toyota decided to label these models as Upgrade Package Number 3, which sported certain 2011 TT components, including the army green paint job for the body and roof, the blacked out trim pieces, the color-matched interior including fabric seat inserts, and many other convenience features, including the JBL sound system, cruise control, power mirrors, etc. But what the not-so-special edition lacked was the TRD wheels and BFG KO tires, Trail Team's badges, the TT shocks, the roof rack, floating ball multi-informational display, the rear AC outlet, and rock rails. So if you are trying to become an expert at special edition spotting, or are trying to purchase a 2011 TTSE FJ, make sure to take note of this rare model, as to not identify a true TT from a not-so-special edition. Some people that ordered their FJ Cruiser with upgrade package number 3 from the dealer would add their own desired OEM features, like rock rails, roof rack, TRD wheels, etc., making these models sometimes difficult to tell apart from actual TTs. The biggest features to look out for is the lack of Trail Team's badges and the steel factory wheels, as well as the lack of the multi-informational dash display. Early on, folks thought that only 51 of these NSSE models were made, 23 units in January of 2011 and 28 units in February 2011. But because more than 51 people with NSSEs reported on the FJ Cruiser forum threads, a new rumored number of 80 was then believed to be true. But it turns out that the original number of 51 was pulled from a message from John Miller, Toyota's district manager of the Denver region. What was probably meant was only 51 upgrade package number 3 FJs were heading specifically to the Denver region. So there could be, and very likely is, more NSSEs out there than 51 or 80. And for what it's worth, it looks like officially FJ Cruiser Forum member CD Wright 22 was the first to refer to these models as Not So Special Special Editions, and from that, the Not So Special Edition name was born. For the 2012 FJ Cruiser model year, the brightly colored Radiant Red Trail Team Special Edition was released. With the traditional TT all-body paint job, black trim, and other features, it made this model highly sought after. For the 2012 TT, the TRD 16-inch 6-spoke alloy wheels with a black finish were used again, same as found on the 2008 and 2011 TTSEs, along with the 265/75 R16 BFG all-terrain tires. Bilstein trail-tuned shock absorbers were once again used to provide flawless off-road performance, and rock rails, roof rack, and other features were included, as with other TTs. The interior again sported exterior color-matched inserts for the seats, doors, and instrument panel, but for the first and only time, Toyota included red accents to the TT's leather steering wheel, making the red paint job pop even more on the interior of the FJ. Only 2,500 of the 2012 TTSEs were made, again continuing the legacy of Toyota's most off-road ready model. In 2013, Toyota released another Trail Team Special Edition, but this year in the new cement gray color. This TT sported a monochromatic paint scheme as with other TTSEs and had black trim for the bumpers, mirrors, door handles, etc. Toyota decided to use the black 16-inch TRD beadlock style wheels again, same as with the 2010 TT, and wrapped them with, you guessed it, the BF Goodrich all-terrain tire. We again see that the Bilstein trail-tuned shocks were used for the 2013 TT, and that everyone's favorite features would be included again, such as the rock sliders, roof rack, rear diff locker, A-track, etc. However, a new addition to the 2013 model year off-road package and Trail Team's Special Edition package was Toyota's Crawl Control, abbreviated in all caps, CRAWL. This feature was only included on automatic transmission FJ Cruisers, but the Crawl Control had been previously used on other four-wheel drive vehicles from Toyota and Lexus to enhance their off-road capabilities, thus making it a logical addition for the FJ. Exterior color-matched accents for the doors, instrument panel, and seats were included on the 2013 TT, and all standard TT features were included. Other unique 2013 Trail Teams features included black aluminum shifter knobs rather than the traditional plastic knobs used for regular FJ models or for previous TTs, and new Trail Teams aluminum door sill protectors were used. Again, only 2,500 of the 2013 Trail Teams FJs were made. And finally, with the announcement of 2014 being the last year the FJ Cruiser would be produced for the North American market, Toyota decided to end the FJ Cruiser legacy with a bang, thus creating the Trail Teams Ultimate Edition. The TTUE was released in a unique heritage blue color, reminiscent of the classic FJ40 Land Cruiser factory blue color, to which the FJ pays much of its design cues from. The body was monochromatic as with all other TTs, rather than having the traditional white roof, and the bumpers, mirrors, and door handles were again blacked out. However, to add uniqueness to this Ultimate Edition, Toyota painted the front grille bezel white, again paying homage to the classic FJ40 Land Cruiser, which had a white grille bezel and logo. Note that only the prototype TTUE shown in the pictures published from Toyota had the white painted Toyota logo on the grille. Standard production TTUEs have the Toyota logo painted in the traditional silver color. The Ultimate Edition included the standard features such as rock sliders, multi-informational dash gauges, rear AC power outlet, etc. But the TTUE also introduced some new one-of-a-kind features. For one, the Ultimate Edition included a special 1/4 inch thick aluminum TRD skid plate to provide maximum protection while retaining maximum approach angle clearance. Another upgrade included all new TRD-tuned Bilstein shocks that were designed to increase articulation and provide added high-speed stability for off-road terrain. The front suspension on the TTUE has standard-style 60mm shocks, but the 50mm rear shocks were fitted with remote oil reservoirs for larger oil capacity to decrease dampening fade when used in very rigorous situations. Toyota also employs larger, red TRD race coil springs in the front suspension to level out the front end of the Ultimate Edition for an improved approach angle, as normally the nose of the FJ sits about an inch lower than the rear. The Ultimate Edition, like the 2010 and 2013 TTs, has TRDs beadlock style 16-inch alloy wheels, but in a new gray finish that was only used for this model. These are wrapped with 265/75 R16 BFG all-terrain tires, like all other special editions. The Ultimate Edition includes the traditional TT badge on the rear door, but then also has a special aluminum badge for the dash, which states Ultimate Edition, limited production 1 of 2,500. Too bad similar badges weren't included for other special edition FJs, since they too are limited production, some even less in production, like the 2010 TT. As far as the interior color accents go, the TTUE is slightly different from other TTSEs. The TTUE includes black trim in the door panels, but then silver trim around the instrument panel and silver inserts in the seats. Note that the prototype TTUE pictures from Toyota had heritage blue color-matched instrument panel and door inserts, as well as a normal TT badge on the dash. For automatic transmission FJs, the TTUE includes the crawl control first seen on the 2013 TT, and of course it has the locking rear differential and A-track. As already stated, only 2,500 of these unique Trail Teams Ultimate Editions were produced, and thus ended the grand heritage of special editions and Toyota's FJ Cruiser. And that is the story of the Special Edition FJ Cruisers and what makes them so special. If you are looking for the most exclusive FJs out there, these are the ones to keep an eye open for. But do note that in reality, a Special Edition FJ is only better than a standard FJ when both are in their stock form. If you plan on upgrading the suspension, wheels, tires, rock sliders, and more of an FJ, then any FJ can become more superior than a Special Edition. And if you plan on doing these upgrades on a Special Edition FJ itself, then the only thing you are really paying for is the paint job and the badges. So do keep in mind that the price inflation seen on Special Editions isn't always necessarily justified, especially if you plan on modifying it further, then you might as well get a non-Special Edition FJ. Hopefully this video has been enjoyable and informational to you, and I hope you consider liking and subscribing to help support the channel. If you find others out there that are looking for information about special editions, be sure to point them in the direction of my special edition forum thread, or even share this video, as a way of helping them out by providing them with reliable and true information. I may be making an additional part to this video to cover more special editions or unique FJ variants included in my FJCruiserForums special edition thread, so like this video if that's something you want to see, and comment below and tell me what your favorite special edition is. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you all later.